You hear them birds tweeting? It's called living the cabana life. Camaro's Cabana.
We're live.
He knows. He's just doing that.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
All right, here we go.
Look, it's right.
Hey, this is Todd Poole from Roxy Blue, and you're watching Decibel Geek TV.
Yeah, here we go. Working like a dog, baby, all week long. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do some Friday Night Live with you. I'm Aaron Camaro in the cabana, joined by Chris Sinzak right up there, and the man, the producer, the office man over here, Chris Sinzak, and Rock and Roll Running. He's got all the posters. His room is rock and roll.
It ain't no cabana, though.
It ain't no cabana indeed. Yes, I'm outside tonight. I got the microphone set up. I'm in my new house. I'm in the cabana. This is awesome. I can't believe my wife let me do this.
Me neither.
Living the dream. Living the dream.
Oh, man. How you
guys doing?
Oh, pretty good. How you like your new place so far?
I'm loving it. So far, I'm loving it. You know, we just got a lawnmower today, so we finally got to mow the lawn, and it's all about the cabana, baby. That's the rest of the house is fine. To me, it's the cabana. I love it out here.
It's the new Adobe hut.
Yeah, definitely. I ought to start a side podcast called Camaro's Cabana.
Why not?
There you go.
Rock and Ron's doing like 14 shows now, so why don't
Right,
you?
yeah.
Yeah, I can fit another one in. I'll do it with you.
So here we are, Friday night. You know, we do this every Friday night, Decibel Geek TV, or on the Facebook through the Decibel Geek Facebook page. Here's everybody that worked hard this week. It's finally Friday. We're here to enjoy and rock and roll. We've got an awesome show lined up for you tonight. First, we've got a huge Decibel Geek TV premiere of the brand new video from one of our favorite bands. If you ever hear anybody say rock and roll is dead or rock ain't what it used to be, you tell them about Dawn of the Rising. Dawn of the Rising is a newer band. They freaking rule. And we have got the Decibel Geek TV premiere of their brand new video right here tonight. On top of that, we're going to be talking to Ray from Dawn of the Rising. He's going to tell us all about it. And that's not all. Oh, no, we got a special friend joining us in just a little bit. You probably heard of this band from back in the day. Hell, they're still around. They're still kicking ass. I'm talking about Roxy Blue. We got Todd Poole joining us for part 2 of the show tonight. Man, guys, I've been looking forward to this all week long.
Yeah,
I know. This is going to be a fun one tonight, man. I'm really excited for this one, man. It's going to be cool.
How's your week going, Rock and Ron?
Went pretty good. Went decent.
So I hear you're getting high as a kite on the regular now.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Well, come on, we have to talk about it.
I don't know what you heard.
The guy lives in Colorado, and he just started smoking weed 2 days ago. What the hell?
Did you say Colorado?
Colorado. That's how they pronounce it other places.
Camaro Bonics. That's too funny.
Yeah, believe it or not, my wife pushed me into it.
Oh yeah.
She said if you're going to be on disability and you're not going back to work, you don't have to worry about these random drug tests that I've had to deal with my whole life. And she said, you need to start doing something else to take away the pain and not have to rely on those pharmaceutical painkillers so much, because those will really fuck you up.
Yeah.
And Ron said, I'm going to start smoking crack. And she says, no, that's not what I meant.
Don't go that far.
Dial it back just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's funny. My wife pushes me into it too, because I'll come home and say, this is bullshit. I'm so mad. And she'll say, why don't you go burn one? I'll come back and be like, baby,
Yeah.
I thought about what you said, and I think you're right.
Oh.
So, yeah.
So basically be very difficult to live with sober so you can get higher.
There you go.
Why don't you
works-
just go
works
smoke
for
some
me.
crack or something?
Camaro hacks. Cobras and Fires are Cobra hacks. We have Camaro hacks. That's
Yep,
like
works for
my
me.
old hack was never owning a pickup truck. You know why?
So nobody can ask you to help them move.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because then you
Yeah.
become, oh, I know Chris. He has a pickup truck. I'll
Yeah,
ask him
call
to help
him.
me out.
Yeah.
Yep. Never own a pickup truck.
I shouldn't
All
have
right,
let
well-
I shouldn't have let everybody see me load that pallet jack into the back of my car.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Work stuff.
Yeah, really. That was
It's
a
called-
sight.
Being resourceful in a pinch.
Pallet jack in the back of a Camaro.
A
Yeah.
Camaro can be a work truck if you believe in yourself.
I do believe in myself, and I've been using that car for a work truck for 2 years. I just found out like a month ago that the back seats lay down. I couldn't believe it. It's like, this is the greatest thing ever.
Oh, and Robert Rose bringing up your wife on the mower today, Aaron.
Yeah, she was rocking the mower.
Yeah, she was.
I'm envious. I want a riding mower so bad because it takes me forever to fucking mow my lawn with a push mower. I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have one of those electric ones where you have to charge the battery, and battery lasts like 30 minutes at a shot, and then you have
I was
to
going to say.
charge it for half an hour, use it for half an hour.
Yeah.
So it takes like fucking 4 or 5 hours to do the whole yard. Sucks.
It's no good.
I've been trying to talk my wife into it too, and she's like, you only got like 10 feet of grass out in the front yard. I was like, yeah, but it'd be so much more fun to mow that little patch of grass while I'm riding a lawnmower.
With Kiss painted all over it.
Yeah. Yeah, get flames on the side and the Kiss faces all over it.
Look how
While
cool
on-
the truck
yeah.
is. Imagine a lawnmower, you know?
While
Imagine
on
what
ed-
I could do with
yeah.
a lawnmower.
While on edibles too.
Yeah.
So we should talk about a little bit of the news this week. I know Aaron's excited. Alice Cooper and Ace Frehley announced their big tour coming
Yes.
this year, and it's coming to Nashville on October 3rd. So, and I bought tickets for me, my wife, Aaron, and his wife, and we're all set.
Oh, I am stoked for this. Two of my all-time favorites.
Yeah,
All in one night.
yeah, it's going to be out at the outdoor amphitheater here in Nashville. So that'll be a great night. And there's a
I
bunch of
swear
people
I'm
who
going
go
to
hang
crash
out.
on your couch from August to October just to do that. I'm so fucking jealous.
I
You
got
can come
a couch.
sleep in the cabana.
Yeah, sleep in the
Yeah, I'm going to go and sleep in the cabana. That'll be a vacation. I can do that.
Yeah, I'm excited, and I mean, part of me wants to go to some of the other shows. Now they're playing St. Louis the night before, and I think they're playing Atlanta a couple weeks later. But yeah, I might go to more than one show
Nice.
on this tour, just because I never.
Oh
miss
yeah,
out.
rub it in even more.
Well, get off your ass and come out to the cabana and go to the show with us. See,
I know that'll
Robert
be an
Rose went to
awesome
St.
show,
Louis.
man. I'd love to see Alice and Ace together.
Yeah.
There's Byron. I got to meet Byron in person at the Rare Hair Show on Monday. Good to
Nice.
see
Oh,
you, man.
nice.
Apologies
I'm-
for me and my wife being so out of it because we were fucking tore up from the floor up at that show.
Mm.
But yeah.
I'm just a little mad that I think Ace Frehley should be the headliner.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
No. Well, let
In
me,
my heart.
That's
you go.
payback though, because how many bands has Alice Cooper opened for that he had no business opening for?
oh, I agree.
You know, I think I've seen him with like Poison, Def Leppard,
That's
Motley
true.
Crue.
Yeah. You think
Uh,
about the 80s. Yeah.
Motley Crue, stuff like that. And it's like these bands wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for Alice Cooper. And you got him opening for him. But
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, just you gotta. I mean, honestly, Alice. I mean, he's done some arena shows, but like really since the '80s. I mean, he's been more of a theater act. But
Yeah.
really, with him and Ace, you're kind of on a. It's kind of both two theater / club acts together. But I think a lot of people will show up for it. I mean, I think that especially in Nashville, I know that show's going to do well.
Oh yeah. My brother said, "Oh man," he said, "Have you seen this?" I was like, "Hell yeah, we already got tickets." And he goes, "Man, me and the wife might come down for that." I said, "Well, if you want to do this, you better make the decision now and get yourself a ticket, because I can almost guarantee you this thing's going to sell out."
Well, I'll tell you though. I mean, I wound up settling for lawn tickets for us, but I mean, we're going to have more fun that way because there's a bunch of people coming to hang out in the lawn, so it's going to be like a party for us anyway.
Yeah.
But like I looked at seats, and I actually did. I was like, damn, I really want to meet Alice this time. So let me look at the meet and greet. Oh my God.
Yeah.
$729 to meet Alice.
Yeah.
Cooper.
Yeah. Even the seats are like $200.
Yeah, and the seats were like, $250 for a seat. And I'm like, fuck that,
Yeah.
I'll hang out in the lawn for $25.
For sure. And what happens to you and me every time we go to a concert? We get up in the nosebleeds. We run into somebody awesome. They take us down to the box seats. Next thing you know, Gene Simmons is 10 feet from you.
That was,
We got friends in good places.
we got friends that'll be on the stage.
Yeah, for sure. That's going to be like a homecoming show for members of both of them bands.
Yeah, it's right in the middle of the tour. It's like the halfway mark of the tour.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's gonna be a great night.
I'm so
super
happy for
excited.
Ryan, Jeremy, and Phil. I love
Oh,
those guys, and to see them getting to do this stuff, I'm telling you, it warms my heart more than just about anything.
But don't forget, you can see them earlier than that at
That's right.
ROCKNPOD.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be performing on stage, doing a acoustic set and doing some Q&A for the Talisman.
Come hit them up for backstage passes. I can't guarantee you they'll give you any, but buy a ticket and find out.
I was like, maybe those guys will get us in, but I'm thinking, us
They're
and
probably busy.
250 other friends of theirs that live
Sure,
here.
of
Hey,
course.
get me in, man.
Yeah, of course.
So did you guys see my ROCKNPOD news today?
No.
I'm sure I got it here.
There we go.
Oh, I did
No.
see that. Yeah, that's awesome.
We are sold out of VIP tickets for ROCKNPOD.
So cool.
Cool.
Completely sold out. But lots of general admission and early admission left. So you can still get in. But,
Very
yeah,
cool.
that's crazy. We sold a handful of them in 2019, but we sold tons of them this year. So that's a great sign.
Because people know it's so worth it to get the extra perks that come along with that weekend. There's so much going on ROCKNPOD weekend, from the party the night before to the ROCKNPOD that day, and all kinds of stuff going on even on Sunday. So to get the VIP, to get the exclusive, the best of the best, it's no surprise to me that those sold out so quick.
I'm over.
Can't
the moon.
say we didn't warn you.
Yeah, you've had some notice.
You made a couple other cool announcements this week, though, too.
I did. Do you want to fire those off, or do you want me to?
Fire 'em
Well, first we got
Brandon Fields.
Podcast Fields and Friends,
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Brandon
and
Fields
our
from
good
Mind
buddy Brandon Fields, just the hot singer off of Minefield. Now that I'm toting one of the best albums of the year, bar none.
Did you just say that Brandon's hot? Boy, those edibles have really
All
changed
right.
you, Ron.
No, I said the Fields and Friends is hot.
He ain't bad. I mean, he looks all right to me.
Yeah, he's a good
Good looking guy.
I'm not leaving a wife for him, but yeah, he's good looking.
I got a thing for guys in bandanas there.
Oh,
Uh-oh, watch out.
yeah. All right. Sweet. I like that.
Still gonna let me crash in your cabana? And then another cool one.
Yeah, Jimmy Tolan from The Lonely Ones and formerly of Boba Flex.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And he's just super excited to come. He's going to be in town anyway. And yeah, his publicist got in touch with me. I'm like, hell yeah, I want Jimmy Tolan to come. Of course. Good guy. He listens to Decibel Geek. So yeah,
Right
happy
on.
to have him.
Very cool.
Yep.
Yeah,
I love that band, Bobaflex.
I actually found out. I went to, when you made the announcement, I went to go friend him,
Uh-huh.
and he's already friends with me. So
Yeah.
he's been friends with me for a while. So I'm I've met up with him before.
Yeah, the Lonely Ones is a great band that he's in now. And they've got a lot of momentum right now. They've had like really great reviews on their records. So we should have him on sometime for sure. He's a good guy.
Check that out.
That cover they did of Queen's Flash.
Yeah.
I was watching that, man. That is awesome.
Yeah, Brian May actually like gave it an endorsement. He really loved it, which there's no
Right.
higher honor than that, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And then we got
we've got Ashton Blake from Native Sons, who is a high vol music band that's coming, and high vol music just signed on as a sponsor of ROCKNPOD. So happy to have
cool.
them.
Thank you,
And,
Bill.
Yeah, this is a great young new band that's coming, and Ashton's already spreading the word on his Facebook page. So excited to have him coming down. I think they're a Kentucky-based band.
That's cool. I mean, these guys are smart because they know, just like any band out there right now should know, if you want some good publicity, show up to ROCKNPOD, buy some tickets, show up. There's going to be all kinds of podcasters there, rock music podcasts, and they're looking for people to interview. They want to talk to people. If you're in a band, there's no better place to be the weekend of August the 6th through the 8th than in Nashville and at ROCKNPOD, because you can go there and promote your ass off. You could be on 50 different podcasts and do it all in one day. All you need is some bandmates, some tickets, and come on in and say hello, and make yourself known.
Yep. So we got a video premiere to do, Ron. Why don't you
Yeah.
what we're going to do here?
We're gonna push show and tell.
Oh, we're doing that. Well, I didn't know if we were behind on
Screw
time.
show and tell. I want to see the video.
Well, I've got.
I know, and
Ray's waiting. We'll see you guys.
Well,
I was gonna try to keep you on track and keep you in, but you're rambling.
Ignacio's going to join us too, right? Or is it just Ray tonight?
Don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Well, I can do a show and tell real quick. I just didn't know how we were doing on time. I was afraid we were getting behind. So let's do a show and tell real quick. I know Aaron's going to show his cabana. So.
Welcome to the cabana. Actually, my show and tell is Chris and Ron's shirts. Very cool. You guys, I'm kind of a fashionista if you didn't know that, but you guys, thumbs up from me, both of you, looking great. That's my show and tell.
Well, because of our guest, I went with the Memphis connection.
Well, I was gonna say that's not the band he was in, Ron, but okay.
I know. I got to get a shirt from him.
Tora T-shirt is good for any occasion.
He got shirts from me, so I need to get a shirt from him.
Speaking of Tora, do you want me to spill some ROCKNPOD stuff a little early?
Why not? You did it on the show. That's coming out in a couple of days.
Yeah, so we already announced Anthony, but the entire band's coming. So
yeah.
All of Tora is going to be there.
Yeah.
Very cool.
In honor of the Memphis thing, I'm drinking a Memphis beer. This is Xanadu from Wiseacre Brewing Company in Memphis.
Xanadu,
yeah.
Xanadu, like Tennessee.
That Olivia Newton-John movie.
Newton-John.
All right, so I just pulled out some of my vinyl. I just thought I would show off some of my vinyl, so why not, right? Aaron will remember this because we talked about it in great detail with our Desmond Child interview. Desmond Child and Rouge.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Always wanted to hear that.
Yeah, look at Desmond with the golden curly locks.
Yeah. He's a handsome dude.
And then I've got...
powerful and attractive man.
Previous guest is the Robert Fleischman solo record.
Oh, nice. How is that?
Nice.
It's really good, actually.
Is it all ballady?
No, there's actually some good rock stuff on here.
Yeah, nice.
This is a promo copy that was sent to radio stations.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So I always get the big complaint. Can you turn your mic up, Chris?
Already? All right.
What is it? Does it decline over time?
How people can hardly hear you. So I don't know if...
Is anybody saying that in the comments?
I don't know right now.
I can't barely hear you.
Comments. I think I'm pretty loud in my ears, at least.
Well, when you're right up on the mic, you're good. But when you kind of get back away from it, you disappear.
Here's one some of y'all will remember from the 80s.
Rough Cut.
I got that.
Wants You.
Yeah.
That's a good record right there.
Nice. I don't know that one. That's a good band, though.
Yeah.
I know.
There's good stuff on that. That's my Billy Hardaway plug for the day. And then
nice. He'll appreciate that.
One of the worst album covers of all time, but a great album. Pat Travers, Crash and Bird. It's just a big red blotch.
I got that on CD. That one's killer.
But is that not a horrible album cover? Here's a big red blotch.
I don't know. I guess if you're flipping through albums, it does kind of stand out because you're like, what? What is this?
The back looks better. You know.
They're rocking.
There's Tommy Aldridge on the drum. And then the last one I've got, this was sent to me, I think, by Baco a year ago.
Baco's good at sending people stuff they need.
This is the Ace Frehley Spaceman record on vinyl.
Nice.
And you'll notice it's still sealed.
Oh, nice.
That's my review of the record. It's still sealed. No, actually, I don't mind it so much.
Chris is just never satisfied.
Yeah.
He is a tough critic, man.
No, I'm not. Actually, I think I like, and I'm like probably the one person that'll say that I like Spaceman better than Space Invader. And most
You're
people say you
nuts.
like Space Invader. See, you like it better than me.
You're nuts.
Well, he didn't do an Eddie Money cover on Space Invader, so.
Okay. Now it makes sense what you say coming from who it's coming from.
No,
Well, for me, guys, I
I was really hoping for a Turn on the Night cover.
Oh,
I haven't gotten a
can't
lot of
wait.
my stuff,
Can't
but I
wait
did
any
do a
longer.
lot of shopping. I'm talking, Chris. You had your turn.
Producer
I
Ron
know.
has spoken.
This is why we go over late, because he just cuts me off and just talk.
I
All
just
right,
want
but
to see
I did get this in the mail today, which you probably can't see too well, so let me bring it up here.
Ron, your segment's going so well.
No comment. I'm not talking.
Where the hell's the picture?
Hmm?
All right, fine.
Dawn of the Rising. Dawn
What-
of the Rising.
What picture are you
Dawn
talking
of
about?
the Rising. Oh, Wild Ride.
Wild
Now I can-
Ride,
Now I can see it.
City Streets. Finally got the remastered one of that. I was talking about it a couple weeks ago
Right on.
about those guys that they had the accident with the light falling on them.
Mick Watkins and the
Mick
boys.
Watkins. Yeah, so wishing those guys well and hoping to get back, and I've been jamming out on that. And then coming for me is I went a little old school. Give this up to Mighty K for bringing this up. But I picked up
Coney Hatch.
the Coney Hatch, which I surprisingly did not have. And then also as surprising.
You already knew that band, or
Oh, yeah.
she just introduced you to them?
I just didn't realize I didn't have any of them.
Huh. That Sleazebees is a killer album.
And same with Sleazebees. I didn't realize I didn't have any of them. So I was like, shit, I gotta get some of them. So I went
That's
with
a really,
the best
really,
one here.
really
yeah.
good album. I recommend that to anybody. That's awesome. Those guys
And
didn't
then-
get their due because they were too late.
And then in the vein of when you announced Ashton Blake for ROCKNPOD, then I went today and picked up this one.
Nice.
Which is
Good?
the Native Sons, and yeah, I'm liking it. I was jamming out on it earlier today while getting ready for the live stream and everything. Sounds good. Then I don't know if you guys heard this. It's just a single, but I listened to it and said, hell, I'm going to get the single. You guys heard the LA Rats?
No, I was looking for that the other day, but the video wasn't up yet.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know if they got a video or maybe a lyric video they just put up on it.
What about the new Faster Pussycat? Have you guys listened to that?
Am I okay to talk now?
Didn't
If
get
you-
a chance to know.
If you heard the new Faster Pussycat,
Just hold
I
on, Chris.
I just want to make sure I don't piss Ron off. I don't want to talk out of turn.
Hey, Aaron did it to me a long time ago, so now I'm paying you back.
You're paying me back for what Aaron did to you? That
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense.
I love it. That makes total sense. So anyway, have you guys heard the new Faster Pussycat song?
No, I didn't
Today.
get I couldn't figure out how
It's on.
How to listen to it earlier today.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on streaming.
It's on the same thing as Decibel Geek TV, YouTube.
It's NOLA, right?
Yeah.
It's about New Orleans. Tyson Leslie plays Hammond B3 organ on it.
Hmm.
Isn't that pretty
nice? That's super cool.
Yeah. I liked it for the most part.
Yeah, me too. We talking about the same Tyson Leslie that does Rare Hair? That's going to be doing Rare Hair the night before ROCKNPOD with all kinds of awesome guests.
Yep.
And you guys better get your tickets. You better get to Nashville, August 6th through the 8th. If you don't come to Nashville, you're going to be hearing about it on all these podcasts that you listen to, and you're going to be hating yourself because you missed it. Don't do it. Come to ROCKNPOD.
That's right.
All right, so now let's get to it, guys, because we got our guests all patiently waiting, and they're about to tear up the backstage area here if we don't get them on soon.
Yes, finally. This is what I've been waiting for all week.
So first off, let's go ahead and bring on the man himself, Mr. Ray Kuhn.
Yeah.
Hey, Ray. How's it going, guy?
Doing well. Thank you guys for having me, man. I want to say 100% for myself and the band. Thank you guys. You rock.
Nice. Likewise, man. You guys kick ass too. I can't wait to see this video. I've been just tempted to bug Ron and be like, just let me see it. Just let me see it. I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait till Friday Night Live. I'm going to see the Decibel Geek TV debut along with everybody else. And I'm so stoked for it, man. Your band is fucking awesome.
Dude, thank you so much. And that means a lot to me because I really dig your podcast too. I was just telling you guys, I think that I listened to the Vinny and the Carmine podcast like twice.
Nice.
That's my era that I grew up in. And I'm like such a Dio fan, Black Sabbath fan. And I was like, holy shit, that's like holy ground. I bet you guys were like stoked to have that.
We had a blast with both of them. They were, and Vinny with the Dio stories. There were so many great stories in that.
Oh man, I was saying, I listened to it twice because I'm like, thinking back at the stories, and I want to hear it again.
And
so anybody out there, you gotta watch these guys, man. You're gonna learn stuff. One of your favorite bands, I guarantee you're gonna hear something good about it, and something you didn't know.
Yeah, and you'll find out if Dio played Dungeons and Dragons, which was a
right
pressing question. I love that he had the guts to ask that question.
He didn't play it; he lived it.
Yeah, he did.
Exactly. He was the dragon.
That's right. Damn right.
Yeah.
Oh man, we already got people in here for you.
So,
hello everyone.
Is Iggy not able to make it?
Well, he's got this new corporate slave job, and
I know.
They're working him hard, and he really wanted to be here. He's probably biting his steering wheel trying to get home right now through traffic. But he sends his love. If he can pop in, he'll try, but I doubt it. But he sends his love, and we send our love to you, Iggy. Sorry about the traffic.
Cool.
All right, well,
so tell us what's going on with the band, man. You guys have been working hard. You got some new music coming our way. You got a brand new video we're going to be watching here tonight. Tell us about what's going on in the world of Dawn of the Rising right now.
Well, we're pretty stoked to have this new single and video, that we just are about to, premiere on your show. And again, thank you so much. And we're working on, I just finished some tracks for the second, the rock anthem I spoke of last time we were on Soldiers, where we just titled, and now it's just Soldiers, and but we're working on that. We're going to have a full album, but we're working one at a time, and I'm trying to be super anal on each, song to keep the creativity and make them actual songs, not just a slap together fucking mess, you know what I mean? Right. So we're working hard on that. We have all the songs, except maybe 2 we're still writing, but it's probably going to be an 8-song record, and we have everything for it, except we're still tweaking 2 songs writing wise. But other than that, we have them, but just starting tracking the second one, as far as laying it down, But once it's done, you guys got it as promised.
Cool.
Can't wait.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get to it then. And note to the viewers, this is also going to premiere on their official YouTube channel, Dawn
Yes.
of the Rising. So after you watch it here and after the live stream tonight, you can go on to their YouTube channel, Dawn of the Rising, and you can watch it over and over again, because
Yes, please.
once you see it, you're going to realize, you know, you're hooked on this song and you're going to want to hear it over and over again.
Yeah, and make sure you like and subscribe the channel there for Dawn of the Rising
Yeah.
too. So you can
Hey,
keep up
thank
with
you
it.
guys.
Do it.
Appreciate that. 100%. Thank you.
All right,
Let's
well-
rock this thing.
All
All right, here we go. The world premiere of Dawn of the Rising's One Step.
Yeah.
Overnight protests erupted in the area after an officer-involved shooting. Police shot a young man who then died.
Hard life, can't get enough. Say it don't get better, but I'm calling their bluff. I cross the borderline, I push my luck. I go a little further, cause I don't give up. She likes it all night, I do it right. I'm going down low, she goes for heaven tonight. It's like an overload, with no control. Through all the peaks and valleys, I'm looking for my home. One step forward and two steps back. You never know who's gonna stab you in the back. One step forward and two steps back. You better watch out and watch your back. It's critical to know your role and pull yourself together for the universal goal. Coming back from your heart attack. There's more than life in front of you if you fight back. It's not so criminal to let them know you won't lose it all or give it up without a fight. Hard line all the time. And if you want some trouble, I can help you with that. One step forward and two steps back. You never know who's gonna stab you in the back. One step forward and two steps back. You better watch out and watch your back. Hard life, can't get enough. They say it don't get better, but I'm calling their bluff. I walk the borderlines, I push my luck. I go a little further, cause I don't give up. One step forward and two steps back. You never know who's gonna stab you in the back. One step forward and two steps back. You better watch out and watch your back. One step forward and two steps back. You never know who's gonna stab you in the back. One step forward and two steps back. You better watch out and watch your back.
Man,
All right.
I freaking love this band. I just, man, kick
Dude.
ass, man. Kick ass.
Thank you guys. I appreciate that 100%. We do, as you know, from the band as well. And I'm so glad that you guys gave us this opportunity to be on, and we do appreciate it 110%.
Great, man.
It's badass, man. I freaking love it. And like I said at the top of the show, anybody wants to come around trying to talk about rock is dead or, metal ain't nothing no more or anything like that, I say bullshit. I say Dawn of the Rising, man. These guys are the future. No, they're the current and the future of rock music. These guys are, we at Decibel Geek, man, we pay tribute to the legends all the time, all the time. I'm talking about Dio and, Blue Murder and things like that, and to know that there's bands out there right now that are creating new music that is just as good, if not better, than some of the stuff that came out back in the day. That makes me feel good, man. It makes me feel real good. So thank you, Ray and Dawn of the Rising, for doing what you're doing. And it's our pleasure and it's our treat to be able to share with our, people, because they deserve to know about Dawn of the Rising.
Man, thank you. That means a lot to me. It really does. And I also want to say that I have a show and tell here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Oh.
What do you got there?
Yes, wait, here we go.
Oh, the Kiss Cola.
All right, there we go.
Hola.
I don't know. You can't see it, huh? It's all shiny.
Yeah.
Kiss Cherry Cola.
Well, it's a light.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Remember, Aaron? I said, dude, I found this thing at their local record store at Bookman's. Remember? I said it. I said, I'm going to send it to you. I still need to send it to you.
I heard you get Ace Frehley high if you drink that cola.
Probably. Or that's his old blood, from back in the day. So we get high if we drink it.
Right, yeah.
Made with real
And his
Kiss
DeLorean mobile, you know. And I agree with you. He should be fucking headlining.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Hey, I love Alice Cooper. I do. I love Alice
Yeah,
Cooper.
me too.
But Ace is Ace.
That's right.
I'm viewing it as a co-headline tour.
Yeah. I'm cool with that.
You drove Ron out of the fucking video.
Yeah, Ron was like, I can't take this no more.
He's probably throwing up.
Well,
I can't believe he said that.
Let me ask you before you go, because we got another guest to bring on, but are we going to see you guys in August at ROCKNPOD?
Man, I'm trying tooth and nail, and I'm going to pillage and do whatever I can and scratch and claw, maybe even hitchhike. I don't know. But I'm going to try. Hell yeah. I mean, if you're in a band, just like you guys said, you'd be a freaking idiot to not go to the ROCKNPOD. I mean, and I do regret not going to the last ones. So here I sit like, holy crap. Shit or get off the pot, rock star, Detroit Rock City, right?
It's gonna be a fun week. It'd be great to finally meet you in person and hang out and have a beer with you.
Oh, dude, we're going to have a blast. I'm staying on your couch.
In the cabana. Everybody's crashing in the cabana.
Or I'm on the cabana. No.
There's gonna be like 50 people stuffed inside my cabana that weekend.
That's okay. Pile them up. More the merrier.
That's going to be some like Caligula shit right there.
You're going to have to reinforce those chains.
Yeah.
The
next week I'll be like, hey, check out my new cabana. I had to get rid of the old one.
I had to get a heavy duty. Yeah. I had to get 4 cherry pickers to hold these fat fuckers.
Too funny.
Nice. Well, man, that was awesome. Awesome.
Thank you. One last thing, I want to give a shout out to Todd Poole and Roxy for a badass band, and thanks for this little bit of time on here, and I thank you guys, and stay on and watch this. This is going to be awesome. I'm going to be watching.
Cool.
Right
man.
on.
It was great to have you on again, and thanks for letting us premiere the video for you. We really
thank you.
That.
Pleasure is mine. We're going to do our premiere later, so hopefully see some of your fans over there.
Man, he freaking wailed on that song, man. He just wailed.
Oh, I know, huh?
Love that solo. So good.
He can't wait. Puerto Rico's jumping up and down here in a little while. Watch.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, thank you so much, Ray. Thanks for letting us do that. And, we look forward to the full album.
Oh, it's coming, and you guys will have it in your hands first.
We
Very
appreciate
cool.
it, man. Thank you, man.
All right,
You
we'll see
guys
you
and
soon.
Carlos from the Animal one, his show. He loves us too. He's in the family. Hopefully, you guys get to hook up too. He's a great dude.
Sounds
Right on.
good. All right, man. We'll see you soon. Thanks, Ray.
All right. Thanks,
brothers.
Ray.
Thank you. Thank
Rock
you
on,
so
dude.
much.
All right. There he goes.
Badass.
All right.
That
Dawn
was
of the
super
Rising.
cool, man. Well worth the wait.
And so, yeah, that's not all, people. We got the awesome Todd Poole from Roxy Blue waiting in the wings here. You remember these guys? Look at these little kids right here.
Going back a ways there.
And of course, came out with their debut album, Want Some.
Great record.
Great album.
Great album cover, too.
But then they go and get back together and came out a couple years ago with
man.
the self-titled Roxy Blue.
So
That's
good.
And oh man, that really kicked ass. And I think that was on my number one top 10 a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I know it made my top 10 that year for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, it's a great
Definitely awesome album. So let's welcome the man himself. Bring him on here. Welcome to Friday Night Live, Todd Poole. Are you ready, Todd? Good to go? No?
Give us a
Give us
thumbs
a
up.
thumbs
if you're
up
ready,
if you're
Todd.
ready to go.
Thumbs up if you're ready. He's talking, but he doesn't.
He's
we
giving
don't
a
hear
thumbs
him.
down.
Uh-oh. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Are you ready to go on, Todd? Thumbs up. He's ready to go.
Thumbs
Okay,
up.
awesome.
Okay. All right, Mr. Todd Poole.
You guys see me okay?
Hey, what's up,
What's
dude?
up, man? I got these headphones on.
All
I'm
right.
locked in a closet right now. How you guys doing? Chris, check your hair out, dude. What's up?
Yeah,
Been a while, man.
the glory of quarantine.
Oh, yeah. Right
I
here.
figure, fuck it. I'm working from home. I might as well grow it back out, right?
Heck yeah, why not? Aaron, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fantastic, man. It's good to have you on here with us tonight.
Man, I'm glad to be here. Finally.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
I love
Did you
your
hear?
shirt, Ron.
Did you hear that Dawn of the Rising song?
Man, I love it, man. And,
Yeah, nice.
thanks for those guys and giving me a prop and giving Roxy a prop there. But man, that's some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Good to hear bands rocking out, man. I'm all about new bands. I'm all about the new music. I'm all about moving forward and not going backwards. So
Right on.
I'm hip. I love it.
Nice.
So-
Amen to that.
Nice.
Oh, man. So how things going in the Roxy world? So I see you guys are out doing shows again.
Man, we are, man. We're out playing, and I was kind of hoping I could give you guys something special coming up for us, and I was hoping to let the cat out of the bag to you guys tonight, but I don't have a 100% guarantee yet on it, so I can't say nothing.
Let's not jinx it. Yeah, let's not jinx it.
So fingers crossed. It would definitely be a bucket list for probably all those. So
Nice.
other than that, man, we just played a show Saturday night here in Memphis, first time in 2 years. Great crowd. People. It was outside. People were ready to get out, and we rocked, man. We had a good time. You know, we just got back from doing an East Coast run with BLE. With Brad Lee, our manager.
Mm-hmm.
So we did Atlantic City, we did Delaware, and then we did Maryland, somewhere around Baltimore. So, and it was cool. Had a great time, and people were great. It was good to be on stage again. We played a few new songs and working on a new record, you know. So.
Nice.
And just trying to stay busy and hoping things will open up. We got some good stuff coming this year. So not enough, dude. I want to play every festival. So like we're almost having to like prove ourselves again. So, you know.
So how is the new album coming along there, Todd?
Well, I wrote 15 songs, and man, I'm like this. So I got, we went in, we decided we were going to do this record different. So we decided to go in and record, rehearse. We were actually going to rehearse for this record. So we rehearsed, went in the studio, and we cut 4 tracks. And 3 of them we've almost got done. They sound great. We played 2 of them at the show. And one of them, I'm doing a rewrite on, man. I mean, it's cool. The band likes it. And I'm like, man, I'm just not over the top. It's just not hitting me like I want it to. So they always laugh at me because I've got a lot of cool songs. But as time goes on, I'm like, Jimmy's our new drummer. Jimmy Fult's our new drummer. Scotty T's not with us anymore. So Jimmy Fultz filled in some shows. So he's just full time. No hybrid band here. Mm-hmm. But they always laugh at me because they're like, man, Todd will end up writing 35, 40 songs for the record. So, I just want to make a great record. That's all. It's not about rock star stuff. It's not about, I'm doing it for a different reason now. So right. I write songs just to express my emotions, So at the end of the day, I don't want to analyze it. I want the band to be happy with it. I want a great record. I want us to be able to kick back, our kids 10 years from now and say that, good record our dad's made, and I want the fans to be happy with it and make a good, I don't want to hurry and just make something, just good rock record. I'm looking to try to, it's not really about hits because I'm not sure what a hit is. I mean, I've always said a hit was, I guess if you can have to get in your golf cart and ride to your mailbox, you probably are a rock star. So, to me, it's just about satisfaction. It's about the fans accepting it and liking it. And I always strive for that when I write. I always want something that is different than the last record, which I think this one is so far. Mm-hmm. And just to have people, embrace it, and hopefully it means something to them. When we came out with the last record, we took a little bit of, for the most part, people liked it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Very different. Thank you. Very different, though, from Want Some.
Yeah.
It was 27 years later, and,
sure.
We live a life now, I'm actually not writing about, drug, sex, and rock and roll. So I had a handful of, super fans, which I'm grateful for, but they Want Some too. And, I can't write that record anymore.
That's the thing with me, Todd, that I remember when I first listened to the new album, that it wasn't what I was expecting. I thought I would hear, like you said, the old same sound from you guys, just updated. And it's completely different. It's hard rocking, it's metal, and got crunching guitars in there and the backbeat pounding. And so I first listened to it and I was like, wait a minute, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. But then I go back and listen to it with fresh ears going, okay, well, let's not compare it to old Roxy Blue or anything like that, and let's just listen to it. And then it kicked me on my ass, and I was like, this is awesome.
I appreciate it. Well, here's the deal. So Sid and I were like the big writing team, I guess, for that record. So, and it was a guitar oriented record. So I play a lot of guitar on the new stuff. So in the last record. So it's just a different record. I don't think I've never tried. Maybe there was a period of time when music changed where I think a lot of musicians you know, even the big dogs were trying to figure out how to stay in the game, you know, because, you know, Seattle took over and pretty much clocked us out. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I actually enjoy that music. So I just embraced what I kind of reinvented myself, and you know, I did Saliva, play drums with that, and I just kind of like didn't try to force anything. I just tried to write and just. And people were trying to tell me, Rick Rule from Every Mother's Nightmare kept saying, "Man, you got to get Roxy back together, dude." And I was like, "Man, I just don't feel it right now," you know. And years went by, man, and finally, how it did happen is that we were asked to do a show with Bret Michaels in Tortora at Bank Plus Amphitheater here.
I was
And
there.
Yeah.
Is that New Haven?
yes, it was a very cold day, wasn't it?
It was
Oh my
freezing
God.
fucking cold.
Yeah, I mean, it ended up.
I
being a
still
fun-
have no
fun
nipples
day,
because of that night.
Oh yeah, well, it was a fun day, and I think the weather killed a lot of the crowd and stuff. But it was a fun night, and that's how Roxy kind of got back together. We had Wayne Sweeney playing with us at the time, and we were at rehearsal for that show. And Frontiers, Nick Teeter from Frontiers called, and I didn't know who it was, and I kept seeing this number burning me up. So I finally answered it, and he was like, "Hey, dude, you know, it's Nick Teeter with Frontiers, and we just signed Tora, and wanted to know if you guys would be interested in, you know, getting on the label." I'm like, "Well, hang on, let me ask the guys." So we just kind of went for it, and you know, it was cool. It gave us an opportunity and a reason to kind of do something, you know, and and to shoot for something. And so we were going to do it with Sweeney. Sweeney actually co-wrote, well, helped me out with Rockstar Junkie and Silver Lining. And
Good song.
man, it's just Wayne, he was wanting to do it. And I'm like, dude, you know, you come play with us right now, you got to get a day job, dude, because we ain't on the road. So anyway, we needed somebody. We got Jeff Codron from Full Devil Jacket. So
He's great. Yeah.
he's cool, and he's all in. And Josh is having the best time of his life and still playing like a beast. And Jimmy played in the 714 with me. And I think Scotty does a lot of session work in Nashville and stuff. And I think he's just, you know, he's been through a lot, and he's just, I don't think he was wanting to do what we were wanting to do, like full blown, let's go for it, you know, reinvent, start over, do what we got to do. And he played on the first record. He played on the last record we just did and did a great job. And I love Scotty, great drummer, but it was a long distance connection. It wasn't working. And so we got Jimmy, and things are working great, man. And by the way, we're really stoked about ROCKNPOD, man. I mean, we really are.
I'm
So-
excited to have you again.
And we wanted to play, you know, and I kept telling Brad, look, man, you know, I'm sure Chris would love us to play, but he's probably got his hands tied, and
I
you
do.
know, and I get it. And I told him, I said, you know, they got us to play 1 year,
Yeah.
and it was
That was
fun.
great.
And you know, I said, you know, Brad's like, well, we're gonna have a booth. I'm like, we'll just bring some acoustics and we'll have fun. If somebody wants to come by, we'll play some songs. We'll campfire it, you know, late at night, get around, everybody have fun, have some drinks. And, you know,
Well, I was gonna-
ROCKNPOD to me is just a gathering of friends, and Aaron gotta wear the shoes again, though. You know, that's the one thing I remember. Probably one of my top things. You know, I hung out with Michael Sweet a lot, which is a sweetheart of a guy, great guy, and I got to see my buddy Dave from Megadeth from the old days. We've been friends for a long time.
Yeah.
But in my buddies in Wildside,
Yeah.
but your shoes, like, I almost want to make them like the album cover.
Nice.
You still got them?
Yeah, you damn right I do.
All right, cool.
Who would ever
gonna
buy
wear 'em
those
again.
things off me?
Well, nobody
Well, no,
can wear them like you, bro.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
No,
right.
I've got a slot for you guys to kind of close out the festivities on stage if you're up for it to do to do an acoustic set. The only reason we can't do electric is because at this place the rooms sit on top of the ballroom, so they're like it has to be acoustic. It can't be full electric like we had at the last place. But we are doing the rare hair thing the night before, and I know Tyson's probably going to be in touch with you about singing a song at that, and that'll be a full electric thing. So definitely want to have you.
Hey man, we'll do whatever. We don't care. We're all good. So when is the acoustic thing? Saturday?
Saturday, August 7th. Yeah.
Saturday at night. The acoustic's in the daytime, right?
It'll be during the day. Yeah, we're the expo will be like from about 10 till about 5 in the afternoon. So yeah.
Man, we're coming to have a great time. So my wife always looks forward to it, so it's a good time for us to come hang with you guys. And
awesome.
we always have a great time. So
yeah.
Well, that'll be fun. And and I mentioned earlier that it was just going to be Anthony coming, but all of Tora is going to be coming. And
very cool.
Rick Rule is going to be coming. So we've got all the Memphis people coming this year. Which man,
we get the three-headed monster together, and so we, we're with BLE, and so they just merged with Highball. So
I heard,
which is really so Bill and Brad have been working on a show in Nashville. I think Bowie's.
Okay.
Yeah.
For Us and the Nightmares. So
when is that going to happen?
I think that weekend.
Oh, is it? Okay. Cool.
I don't know. I told Brad, I said, I'm not sure that's a good idea, dude. I mean, we're going to be hanging out at ROCKNPOD. He's like, you're not going to be hanging out all night? I'm like, yes, we are. So, I'm going to try to see if we can make that like the next weekend. So,
well, let me know.
That'd be awesome.
Keep me updated, and we'll
work on I will.
It. But I wanted to mention on to talk about the last album on Frontiers. These guys know and they give me shit for it, but I love ballads. I always have. So I still say How Does It Feel is one of the best ballads I've ever heard. And I think it's one of the best things you guys ever wrote. And honestly, when I listen to it, I'm like, that's like one of those songs you would pick to be played at your funeral. But because it's just a great, is the song written about kind of like someone passing away and going into the afterlife, or am I interpreting it wrong?
It can be. I have a tendency to write songs for like different reasons. I never pinpoint it. People ask me, what's that song about? I'm like, man, so Blinders. I wrote Blinders for something that meant something to me, but people relate to it in a different way. How Does It Feel is actually, I think, the last song written that I wrote for the record. And I mean, dude, it's simple. It's so simple, but
that's what's great about it.
It hits me too. So that song, How Does It Feel? It could be like, I mean, five or six different things, whatever you want it to feel, however it makes you feel. How does it feel? So, basically, in a nutshell, it's just getting out of your shell, basically, and somebody who's like, been put down, or, there was a lot of things I was thinking about when I wrote the lyrics, like bullying, just things that people kind of like shy away from certain things because they don't feel like they belong, or, but when you get in your own place, I've always said when people are always their best, when they're by themselves, and it's like, but when you're by yourself is where you think, that's where you do your thinking. That's where you have your confidence, and I think that's what the song basically to me is like a confidence song, and trying to find who you are, where you are, and taking that outside your shell, and not being able to be put down or nothing. So, but whatever somebody gets out of it, I'm all about it. Right. Somebody says, "Hey man, what's that song about?" I'm like, I don't know, man. You tell me first, and then I'll tell you second. So,
what do you think it's about?
Well, yeah, to me,
I will say this because you like ballads. So, I have one coming on the new record, dude, that I gave us like a little bit to a couple of my friends, just to, what do you think? and they said, dude, best song you've ever written. So
Oh wow.
I hope it is, man. It's called Something More, and it's cool. This record is going to be like kind of different, but it still rocks. But it's real different, a little punkier on certain things. And we got a song called Faithless. It's kind of got an Elvis Costello heavy kind of thing to it. And, you know, I strive for people to say, you know, like when this last record came out, Scotty T was like, man, you know, dude, that's way different than Want Something. And people, it's good, I like it, but people are going to freak out. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
Because it's 27 years later, dude. I mean, I can't, look, I don't want to drive by the schoolyard in my brand new fancy car.
That's pretty creepy these days. Right?
Here's to the pedophiles, you know. Here, this one goes out to the pedophiles. So, you know, I know it's a fun song. We have played it at the shows. We kind of veering away from it. We can. We don't do encores, so we just figure that you get it when you get it. You know, I don't need people to scream for me to come back. You know, let me just give them a show and have a great night. So, but when we do that song, we do it at the end of the night, and people like it and they have fun. But dude, it's a hard song to sing after you've done like 12 or 13 songs. So
yeah.
But the band sounds great. We're tight. We're sounding good, and everybody seems to be like in their happiest moment. So I'm good. I feel good.
That's good.
That's awesome. Yeah, I agree with Ron. That last album, when I first listened to it, I said, this ain't what I expected to be. It's way, way better. And the new Roxy Blue music coming around, man, whatever you guys put out, I'm guessing we're probably going to dig it, because you always do have the guitar, you know, heavy stuff. And that's what we love. And, you know, yeah, we do like to give Chris, you know, shit about his love of bad ballads, but there's no denying that
No,
one.
I only
that
like
one,
good
the one you
ballads.
guys,
Don't say bad ballads.
you love the bad ones too, but
No, I
that
don't.
one you guys are talking about, man, there's no denying that song. Even for somebody that loves the heavy shit, that ballad on that last album was really good, and I'll even admit it.
Well, thank you.
I liked it.
But Chris, look, dude, the thing is ballads are kind of my forte. I mean, I love heavy stuff, but like everybody's like, man, Todd will write a ballad for you. So I don't really go to write a ballad. I just like to play acoustic a lot. So I'll sit around and there's a ballad. I've actually had to like scratch ballads. But speaking of ballads, I have this idea, and I think I'm going to take a lot of like all of my my ballads or slower songs, and I want to. Me and Anthony were talking about it, and he was like, "Dude, you got to do this." So I think I'm gonna make a record, just all the recordings I made of those, and put out a record, and maybe call it like the story of my life or something. And
Cool.
you know, just something to have out there. You know, some people like to sit around, and you know, the thing is with our crowd got older as we got older.
Right.
So, you know, people go, man, some people ain't going to shows anymore. I'm like, half of them are dead. So, you know, but I'm thinking about doing that. And I appreciate you liking the ballads, you know. So I like dropping that string down, dude. I mean, I play a 54 on my low string, so I'm all about the heaviness. So
that's cool.
We'll see. You guys will. I think you guys will like what we're doing so far. So
All right.
I might have to come to Nashville and hang out with y'all one weekend and bring y'all like a demo of the new stuff and just say, don't tell nobody, but check this out.
Oh, that would be fun.
Well, I actually got to admit, I don't know if you remember, Todd, but I met up with you in Florida.
Oh yeah,
February of last year before the Monsters of Rock cruise, and I remember you played me a little bit of demo stuff. I think you had on your phone or something like that. I don't remember what you played me. You know, it was just a rough cut thing that you
Oh
You
yeah.
said you wanted to let me know what you were working on, and I know I remember that. I thought that was great. I was like, I can't wait to hear the full finished product.
I don't think it was. It was probably some new stuff, but man, I've written so much since then. I'm actually listen. I'm actually doing something that's really weird to me. So about 2 or 3 months ago, I got a message from the guitar player that plays with Aldo Nova. Now, I forgot who all he played with, but he was super cool. And he's like, man, I'm making this solo record, and I got a bunch of different singers singing on it, and I love your voice, and I want you to be a part of it. Would you do it? And I think the dude from Burning Rain, and I don't know who all's doing it, but I heard some of it. It's really good. He goes, I want to send you the track, and I want you have to write the lyrics and the melody, and you get to keep all your rights to it and all that. I'm like, that's cool, dude. I'm all about it. Thank you for asking. So he sends me the track, man, and it didn't hit me immediately. It's cool, but it's one of the, I was like, whoa, dude. I mean, I got to think about this one. It didn't hit me. So I said, well, we're going out and do some gigs. I'm working on a record. Give me a minute to soak this in. And I actually just finished the lyrics today, and I'm going in next week and cutting it. And it's kind of like a AC/DC kind of thunderstruck kind of doing a little guitar thing.
Yeah.
And I'm putting like a Paul Rogers kind of thing on it. So
Nice.
I hope he likes it because he's
Right
waited
on.
long enough for it. So that was kind of cool to be asked to do that out of all the singers. So very flattered by that. So, but man, I'll tell you this. So there'll be no more jumping off the risers and all that.
No more of that.
Well, I didn't want to do it before. And when we were at the Bret Michaels show, I stood up on the riser and I looked out and everybody got their cameras ready. I was like,
Yeah.
Then he turned around and climbed down it backwards.
yeah, man, I gotta be honest with you. When we did the Rockstar Junkie video, I did those jumps at the very end of the night, and I was really tired, and I hurt myself. So,
Oh no.
Oh,
and I was jumping off this big high thing, and the guy was like, "Give me one more." I was like, "Man, okay." I gave him one more, and he ended up using the first one after 6 jumps. So
Jesus.
I went to the doctor, man, and the doctor goes, "Oh yeah, dude, look. So you had a motorcycle wreck, hit a telephone pole at 21 years ago. So it's probably wear and tear on your disc."
Yeah.
So he goes, and you just showed me a video, and I looked online, I saw all these videos of you jumping. He's like, that took a toll. He goes, you look pretty healthy, but you have 4 herniated discs and 2 bone spurs in your L5, but I never know it. I'm like, so what are you going to do about it? He's like, well, I'm going to give you an epidural nerve block. So I'm cool, man. Ain't nothing going to keep me down. But he asked me, he said, look, man, why don't you just not jump anymore? So,
Jog around a little bit. Don't push it.
I mean, I'm still active on stage, man, but I just, I can give up. I don't want to be David Lee Roth. I mean, at some point, Dave had to quit jumping too, I'm sure.
Yeah, he doesn't do it either anymore. At that South Haven show, I remember you did it, and I was like, "Holy fuck, he's still doing it!"
I did it twice.
I know. I couldn't believe you were doing it.
My wife was like, "If you do it at the end of the night, so if something happens." But we did Chattanooga. We opened for Warren in Chattanooga at this big place called the Signal, and it was a great show, man. It was like a lot of people packed out, and it was one of those nights where every musician wants, where everything you say, the crowd goes crazy, and the whole night was like that, and I did it, and they didn't have a riser for us, so it was just us and them, but we sat up in front of them. So our guys built had these boxes, like wood things that I bought. I used to call them ego boxes, but I never used them. So they stacked them, and beside the drums, man, and it's very tall.
Mhm.
And I flying off that thing, man. And when I hit, I fell, but I caught myself and kept running. And my wife was like, "You disappeared, but you made it look good." I'm like, "No, I fell." But anyway, I think that's it. That was it. I think that was the last night. So, yeah, man, I just want to play rock and roll, man. I don't want to be in a wheelchair. So,
No.
Yeah.
You got to draw the line somewhere.
yeah, and I drew it, and my wife kind of helped me. So anyway, that's that.
Why wives have a tendency to do that.
Yeah. Well,
they tell us guys how stupid some idea is.
well, she has she reminds me that I'm not 20 anymore. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, man, I like to give the fans everything I can, but at this point, I had to like slow down and go, okay, be smart, dude, be smart. Make sure you can give them another show. So
Yeah.
we're cool, man. I think everybody in the band is really like over the top excited about ROCKNPOD. So
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
Josh and Jeff have been there with me, but Jimmy's never been there. So
Yeah, you guys
I got some cool people coming this year too, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's grown every year, and I never stop being amazed by how much it grows every year. It's really doing well. We sold out of our VIP passes as of today, so we're doing really good.
Very cool.
Yeah, we're excited. Our mutual friend David Hudson, who also hosts a podcast, the Digital Killer Radio Star, he wanted me to ask you. He said, make sure you ask Todd to go deeper into his time writing with Warrant. So I wanted to ask you about that.
Well, that was a good time, but it was very short-lived. Okay, so Roxy Blue was rehearsing like for our next record. And we kind of knew, my manager, Doug Taylor, called me up and he was like, look, dude, it's over, basically. You guys have another record, but, Geffen's not going to push it. They're going to write it off, But, you have another record. And he loved her. We'd already recorded it. He loved it. But he was like, man, So I had a meeting with, I got a call from Janie, and he was like, hey, dude, the guys, I'm going solo. The guys they've been, working with some different singers, and I brought you up. And
not to cut you off, but what year are we talking about?
93 or 4, I guess 4 maybe. I mean,
so it's after they released Dog Eat Dog, I guess.
Yes, yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So Janie, I don't know, dude. I was pretty foggy back then. So Janie calls and and he's like, man, I want you to come out to LA. And the guys didn't want anything to happen to Roxy, and I'm like, oh no, dude, it's cool, So our lawyer and my manager had already told me, there was a lot of deals made where they were like, dude, if you leave the band, then y'all won't owe any money. Our lawyer, Jim Zomo, was like a genius. So Roxy was kind of, I don't know where I was back then. I was just like, look, dude, there was an opportunity, and I was just going to go, see what happens. And the guys that weren't, they're my friends, so I went out there and stayed with Eric, and I took some songs with me that I had. And, we had a great time, man. It was kind of nerve-wracking because I knew the guys, so I wasn't that nervous. But, it was kind of Janie's band, but Janie had kind of gone solo. And So I just kind of like didn't look at it as joining the band or anything. I just looked at it as like, let's have a good time, let's rock, let's jam. And we did. And we recorded a few songs, and it was cool. And that was it, I've had people ask me, I heard you sing, you're the new singer for Warren. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No, it never went that far. It was just all of us being friends. And I think they were in a situation, they were trying to find out what they wanted to do, and so we were just good friends. So we just got together, and we had a couple cool songs. We had a bunch of cool stuff, but I think they might have released a couple in Japan or something. I don't know. No big deal. I had fun. Those guys have always treated me like a bud.
Mm-hmm.
But Tommy Lee, I'll never forget that one night Tommy was like, he had called, and Joey answered the phone, Joey Allen. He said, well, Todd's out here. So we were going to all go out, and Tommy's like, I'm going to get you, and I want to talk to you. So he picked me up. We went out to Doug Thaler's house, our manager. And he was like, man, look, Roxy never made it big enough to where you can't reinvent yourself. And I was like, he's like, so he goes, I love Warren. He goes, but dude, that's Janie's band. You'll always be, whatever, if it's a success, cool. If it's not, who knows? It was a weird time. He goes, I think you should go back and reinvent yourself. And we get to Doug's, and Doug's saying the same thing. Man, dude, you gotta, go back and reinvent yourself, man, and so I just kind of took that and no big deal, because the guys in Warren were cool. We had a good time. I don't even remember what happened. I just remember I came back to town, and I started a couple bands, and the next thing I know, I started Saliva. And
Right.
So, I think things happen for a reason, because, I hate, it breaks my heart about Janie,
Yeah.
but Robert Mason, awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Robert is a great guy. He's a great singer, and I think the guys of Warrant needed that, and so, there's not a whole lot to talk about the Todd Poole Warrant writing, except for we had a great time and got drunk, and, those guys are awesome, man. They're very cool guys, and they have a lot to offer. A lot of people think, Janie was like the writer, and what a great writer he was. I mean, dude, I can tell you a lot of stories. I've drank, just to put it in a nutshell, many a nights I was staying with Janie at his house, and we drank like a liter of freaking 1800. And I'm seeing three of him sitting there, and he's singing a new song to me. Like, what do you think, dude? But he was a special human being, man.
Yeah.
But the guys at Warrant, they have a lot to offer, man. Those guys are, they rode the wave because Janie was an awesome writer, but and they love Janie. Trust me, they do. I don't even really talk to them much about Janie because it's too, they're really close about that. So, but those guys are really good musicians, and they have a lot to offer, and I think it shows in their new record. I love the last record they just did. It's very cool.
Well,
so,
and I mean, I feel like they kind of got a bad rap because they were in a no-win position, because they were in a position where, Janie's the main writer, he's the go-to guy and everything, but at the same time, it became, as we all know from 2020's hindsight, but Janie's history with alcohol and stuff and substances, it was an unworkable situation for Jerry and Eric and those guys. So they kind of had to do what they had to do, and you can't really blame those guys for wanting to go on and have a career. Right. So I don't really blame them for bringing Robert into the fold, but at the same time, it's a big loss with Janie, because I still say, and Aaron agrees with me, I know, one of the most underrated songwriters ever. Because
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, could have written for any genre, really.
Oh yeah. Well, at the same time, they're looking at Janie, and of course, I'm sure they didn't want that group to end, with
Yeah.
Janie in the band. But I mean, he was on a self-destructive path. I mean,
Yeah.
no doubt about it. He did some shows with my father-in-law, Jimmy Jameson, and the scrap metal thing or whatever. And Jimmy used to tell me, man, he loved Janie. He loved him, but he's like, man, I looked around one time. It was time for him to sing, and I look out there, and he's passed out in somebody's lap in the audience. So,
Yeah.
You hate to see somebody like that. And I think, from my perspective, I know that Janie always wanted to be recognized as a serious songwriter. I mean, he's actually told me that before. And I don't think I got that till later on, because the cat could he could really write great lyrics, great songwriter, great melody writer. And I think like a lot of musicians, but I think when the rug got pulled out from everybody, especially the guys that were doing arenas and they were on they were going, man. Cherry Pie came out, man. Those guys were going, man.
It was huge, yeah.
And I think that record was big enough to where, Janie could do a lot of what he wanted to do. But, you got to live up to the last record, But I think when the rug got pulled out, I think guys like that, this is my perspective, I just think guys that are so used to that's their life, they've been there, they've danced the dance, they've been to the big dance, they've smelt it, they've tasted it, and then all of a sudden it's not there anymore, and it breaks them down, and you feel hurt, and you feel like everything you've worked for is for nothing. So he just dealt with it in a different way. And I don't know what else was going on with him, because I lost touch with him for a while. So I can't speak on that. The only thing I can speak on is my experience with that guy is that he found our band. He gave Roxy Blue that kickstart, the recognition. People knew he was into us and he liked the band, and he was good to us. And the guys at Warner were good to us. And man, I think it was an unbelievable loss to the music world, and I'll never forget the guy. So we're all lucky to have been able to witness his songs. So
yeah. So Jim Kuhn's bringing up. Wait a second, Jimmy Jameson. Yes, is your father-in-law.
Yes, he is. He passed away 6 years ago, and miss him every day.
Yeah. Incredible singer.
Oh man, dude, that guy sounded good when he talked.
Yeah.
He was one of those guys that come over and just like sing a Christmas song, on my out of key piano I have in there. It's like it made the piano sound good. That's how good he was. So
all right. Yeah.
So,
I remember my brother lived in Memphis for a while, and we would drive past his house, and you would see the gate and the bushes and everything. That's the guy from Survivor's house. And I was like, oh wow, it's Jimmy Jameson's house. It was a trip. But like you ended up playing drums for him for a while too, didn't you?
I did, and he passed on my birthday. We were going to actually talk about going back out and doing some stuff. But when I played with him, Jerry Riggs was a guitar player. Barry Dunaway was a bass player. They played with 38 Special now. Hal Butler, Jimmy, and myself. So unbelievable band. I idolized the guy growing up. One of the first rock records I ever got was Target. So,
yeah.
I never knew his daughter. I used to hang out with him sometimes, man, but he was a down to earth guy. He could sing. You never really knew. You listen to him and go, yeah, he's a great singer. Mm-hmm. But as a singer, that's when you realize how good dude was, man. I mean, he was holding and hitting notes that were just beautiful, but he loved to just play horseshoes or work in his garden. I mean, he was a down to earth dude, man. He was so anti rock star, and you know, he taught me a lot. You know, he scolded me in a good way sometimes, and taught me how to bring it down a notch, man. You know, just take care of my daughter and be a good person, and don't worry about chasing a dream. You know, just do what you do the best you can. If it comes, it comes. If it don't, it don't. But have fun doing it. So I got that from him, and I miss him a lot, man. He's, but my wife and I, I mean, you know, you go to the Kroger or something, dude. You're like, you know, go to the grocery store, you hear him singing. So,
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna find some bread and milk, man, and you know high on you, you know, like, oh yeah, there you go.
Oh, those songs are everywhere, man. You can't escape them.
And I met a lot of people that were great friends of his, because my wife and I, you know, my wife started the Jam for Jimmy, that we did the thing for St. Jude. We did it for 5 years, and man, a lot of his good friends just kind of, well, they've always taken Amy under their wings, but you know, have become great friends of mine too, and just like, you know, Mike Reno, John Cafferty, Kelly Key. I mean, all these people, man, who just, you know, showed up, you know, and talked. I became great friends with them. So, good deal. Mike Reno still got it, by the way.
Oh yeah, dude can still sing.
He's awesome, dude. He's awesome. So.
And those Loverboy songs are not easy songs to sing, for sure.
Man, he's still got it. He's funny and he's great. And, you know, they call a lot. All these people call and check in on Amy, and you know, so good feeling. So
that's cool.
Awesome. Very cool. But yeah, so the Roxy thing, you know, I think I remember hearing that Sid became a dentist. Am I correct on that? As he's still
got his own business, dude. Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So I almost had Sid back, and after trying for years, and he was like, look, dude, I thought about it, and I got 3 kids, and I'm doing root canals every day. And I know he's like, I can't put the time in to be what I want to be. And I was like, fair enough, man. You know, it's cool, but man, we could make some money if you're here with us. So anyway, it didn't happen. And me and Sid are still friends, but he's got his own business, dude. I mean, he's banking, so you know, more power to it.
Maybe it's still
I was actually in the chair when we were talking, and he was taking a tooth out.
Wow.
I was like, man, you're not still mad about, you know, us parting ways back in the day.
Yeah, be real careful how you word this question.
That's the wrong tooth.
This guy has like stuff that can pull your teeth out, so be careful.
Yeah, he's a good guy. You know, it's like, you know, that band it's just over. That band was over. I think we had some good stuff coming, but you know, Roxy's a different kind of entity that, like, and I can like say, I'm gonna try to compare like Memphis wise. So tour, great band, great fan, great friends of mine. They had a blues base to them.
Yeah.
It's a never ending, and they had a great sound, still have a great sound. Just great writers. But with Roxy, we didn't really, even though we all loved the blues, we didn't have that bass to us. So we were more of like, you know, we were playing guitar and then following it, and, you know, a lot of that kind of stuff. So not the kind of stuff somebody walks in and says, hey, man, can I sit in with y'all? You know, no, I mean, I don't know. Can you? You know what I'm saying? Because Josh and Sid were like beast. So that, I wasn't about that anymore, man. I I changed. You know, I'm not going to regret what I did, but I changed. And, you know, it was about a song. It wasn't about, you know, I wanted to be a rock star back then. I wanted to put on that show. And I think that was our strong point, was our live, you know, and I had fun, and we had the greatest team around us, man. But I couldn't carry on with that. I love playing the old stuff now. I really do. And we still play it, and a lot of it. Next year will be our 30-year anniversary of One Song.
Wow.
So we're thinking about trying to put together some kind of tour where we kind of go out and play the whole record. I don't know, but I do enjoy playing the older stuff. And we mix it in when we play. But and it sounds good, man. We play the old stuff. It's a little heavier, and it's cool. And we try to mix everything up, but I'm slowly but surely kind of, you know, taking a few out. I think that last show we played, Love's Got a Hold on Me, It's So Easy, Times Are Changing, Squeeze Box, and Love on Me. I think those are the ones we did. So, and Rob the Cradle at the end of the night. So, you know, I don't know. We're trying to figure it out. We're really trying to figure out what we need to do to make people happy. And I mean, everybody wants to hear Main Attraction. Everybody wants to hear Nobody Knows, which I'll go out and I'll play Nobody Knows by myself, and then we go into Times Are Changing. And then you got Rockabye Baby, which is one of my all-time favorites. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's weird, man. You kick back and you listen to that stuff, and as a band, and you know, you try to figure out which songs are going to make the greatest impact to us, so we can perform them the best way. So, you know, plus we're trying to move on and, you know, write new stuff. And so I'm just glad to be, you know, people liking what we're doing. So that's it, really, in a nutshell.
So Todd, Indie Colt 777 here wants to know, what are your few go-to albums? What are your favorite albums?
Well, I got a lot. Well, so what I'm listening to now, what I like to listen to a lot, pretty much every day, is freak you out. Paul McCartney and Wings.
Right on.
Not really about an album as much as like just in general. And the Beatles. Let's see what I've been listening to lately. A couple weeks ago, I got on believe it or not, I got on a Sheryl Crow kick. But I love the Foo Fighters. But my go-to stuff really is, I'm a big 70s type guy, man. I really am. So I love Zeppelin. I love Black Sabbath, one of my favorites, you know. Right. So I get in these moods, though, to answer the question. I don't really know what a go-to record is for me, because I just get in different moods. So, you know, I might go listen to, you know, Cheap Trick. I love Cheap Trick. Whatever. I might just get in a mood and just listen to that for a while, and it inspires me. When I'm writing for a record, I try not to listen to too much, because I don't want, you know, to carry that over, you know. But I'm not really into a whole lot of new stuff. You know, Foo Fighters, I kind of like their new record. It's different, but there's some cool new bands out, you know, that I like. I don't get caught up in them. I think Dirty Honey's a pretty cool band.
Yeah, those guys are good.
Great singer, cool band. But other than that, man, I mean, there's a lot of cool bands out there. I mean, I actually like the new Every Mother's Nightmare record. You know, I really do.
Yeah.
Really like it a lot. But man, other than that, man, I'm basically going backwards when I'm listening to music, man. I'm listening to the, you know, the 70s, or it's going to be the Beatles. You know, I get into Bowie. You know. That kind of stuff, man. I'm just, you know, whatever you know, I feel like that day, genre of music. I get into the genre of music. I don't sit there and go, I don't even listen to a whole lot of hard rock. But every once in a while, I'll put on some blood gushing stuff that you can't understand the lyrics. You just want to rock. You know?
Some blood gushing stuff.
Yeah, blood gushing. Yeah. So I hope that answers your question, because I mean, I just don't have any really go-to records per se. You know, back in the day before Roxy went on stage, we'd be on the bus. My go-to record, believe it or not, was "Slave to the Grind."
Yeah.
Every night before I went on stage.
It's a perfect album.
It gets you pumped.
Yeah. Ain't a bad one on it.
Yeah, like a shot of tequila and Slave to the Grind. I was ready to go. So.
Nice. Nice. I like that.
No, I agree with you. I think that would be my answer to that as well, because I don't really have a set go-to albums that I go to. It all depends on my mood, you know. If I'm in kind of a mellow mood, then I'll go for something more melodic or like 70s stuff, something, you know. If I'm in a fun mood or something, then I'll go for something a little more poppy or.
I mean, Elton John, dude.
That, you know,
I mean, whatever I'm in the mood for, that's what I go for. You know,
yeah.
Whatever's gonna, we look at it as inspire me, but you know, I don't want to say I don't like the new stuff that's out, because there are some cool stuff out there, but I'm the kind of guy who I always say I'm a Sound City kind of guy. I like to get in a room and play your instruments and rock, you know. Leave your computer at the house, man. You know, let's just pick up your instrument and let's rock and roll. And that's what I love about back in the day. You know, guys were making music for real, man. You know, it wasn't let's bounce this over or whatever. It was like, you didn't get it right, let's start over and do it again. And you know, I think, you know, I know it's a different time and and a different era right now, but you know, I think a lot of musicians in our era, I think that's how they became the musicians that they are, is that they had to actually put the record on and learn it.
Yeah.
YouTube wasn't out to show you exactly how to play it, you know. Yeah. But I do like that sometimes, because I'm trying to pick out some stuff from a guitar that it helps. But yeah, I just like realness. I like real rock and roll, man. It don't even have to be perfect. Just crank it up and let's rock, you know. What we got here?
That's like we were talking to Vinny Appice, and he's telling us about like in the studio with Dio, and they needed like a kind of a spirit leaving kind of a sound effect. They don't just go on the computer and dial it up. They actually go, how are we going to do this? Oh, get a spare tire, bring it in here, mic it, and we'll let the air out of the tire. How awesome is that?
That's awesome.
That breeds the creativity of having to not just, oh, it's here, you know, download it, to wait a minute, we got to think about this. How is this going to happen? You know, there's a certain organicness to that makes music like that more real, I think.
I think so. I do. And you know, man, to me, I think it dawned on me. I was in a crowd when a group of people were talking, and these kids were out there. And I love anybody who plays music, man. You know, I mean, that's the language I've spoke my whole life, you know. And so I don't really judge whether somebody's good or bad. I just, you know, if you're playing an instrument, man, that's cool, man. You know, you always get better, you always play, but the fact that somebody's trying and working hard, man, that shows a lot of character to me. And
yeah.
So I saw these guys talking, and they were talking about their new record and stuff coming out. And I kind of eased over there, and they were talking to some people, and I was like, cool, man, I'd like to hear it. And I said, when are you guys playing live? And one of the guys turned around and says, what do you mean? When are y'all playing out? I'd like to come hear y'all. They kind of laughed and said, oh, dude, you know, really play live, man. I'm like, what do you mean? Well, and they kind of laugh like, we don't really play instruments, and it's like,
Right.
Wow.
and at that point I looked like a deer in headlights. I was like, wow, man, and I didn't put them down or nothing, but, I thought to myself, no pun intended, but, intended, but times are changing.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
it gives a bad name for everything, but I think the world moves so fast right now that everybody's just, everybody's a star, and, there's good things and bad things about it. There's more music to listen to, but the bad thing is the guys who, the guys and girls or people that put the blood, sweat, and tears into it, and fingers bleeding, and the vocal cords, drying out of whatever, playing smoky bars, and really just, rolling in the gravel for their whole life just to get somebody to hear them. It kind of like makes you go, it makes you proud that you did that, because at the end of the day, to me, it makes you feel like you accomplished something. You worked hard to get that.
Right.
Somebody asked me, well, how did you feel when you got your record deal with Geffen? I'm like, dude, I felt great. You know why? Because I played gigs we played all the time. And what is the key? Well, the key is be lucky, but also the key is if you ever want to have a chance, you got to put in the work, man. You got to get in the woodshed. You got to practice. You got to put everything else has got to be secondary, dude. You've got to be band. I don't want to hear about this and that, because you should be young enough at that point where you don't have a bunch of responsibilities. You don't have a wife. You don't have kids. You don't have a house. You don't have nothing of that. All you need to do is get up every morning and go to the rehearsal room and lock the door and jam all day long and do the same thing day in, day out. So I always said, if you want it, go get it. Ain't nobody going to hand you nothing. I used to manage a band called Under the Radar, little young guys.
I love those.
I used to tell them, I was like, man, y'all don't practice enough. You're awesome. But, quit making people do stuff for you. If you want it, do your own post. Practice more.
Right.
Well, my parents won't bring me. We'll gripe at them more. Do whatever you got to do to make it happen. My whole life, I depended on no one but the guys in my band. Every band I've ever been in, it was just about whether we sucked or whether we did good. It was about jamming. Yeah. It's either going to happen for me one day or it's not, but I'm going to die trying, So that's all my life's always been, dude. That's why I still play. I can't put it down. I don't want to, but I can't.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, and we're talking about a lot of great rock records and stuff. Is there something what do you listen to that is not of the rock genre that people might be surprised about? Like, is Todd Poole a fan of like smooth jazz or Kenny G or stuff like that?
No. I mean, I'm not going to say that I dislike it, but I don't know enough about it to talk about it. But like, let me see, the lightest thing I probably would listen to is, I don't know, man. I mean, I listen to like I said, Paul McCartney and Wings, Supertramp. I go back, I put on like that era of music and just let it play. And I was trying to think of something that would give you an idea, but I'm just a big 70s fan, like Pink Floyd, all of it, I don't necessarily have to have crunchy guitars and everything. I like something that's, if I call something heavy, I used to think heavy was cranking up, the crunch. But heavy to me is an attitude. And, I learned that from, Jimmy Jameson taught me a lot about that too. Like, it's just what you put into it, man. If somebody believes it and it moves them, that's the heaviness, the feeling. So I don't know what light stuff I listen to. I don't know. That's about the lightest stuff I listen to. And I listen to that a lot though. You know, like, I mean, I can't remember a day I did not listen to Paul McCartney. Do something every day. Go to.
Right on.
Let
So I
me-
guess Chris is just beating around the bush. He really wants to know, have you ever met Juice Newton?
No, I haven't. I've never met Juice Newton. But I mean, it's, you know, I wouldn't mind meeting him. Meeting her, I guess she's fine. Oh, no, like I'll be honest with you, like I like
Assholes.
there's some country music that I like. You know, I like a song if it's a good song and it's believable and it doesn't sound like somebody's just trying to be like the next guy or whatever. I like it. You know, I like what I like. You know, I'm not going to get into that because I can name some stuff that I like that people might have a whole different opinion of me. So,
Well, join me in getting roasted, Todd. Go ahead. I like 70s AM gold like Ambrosia.
Chris just asked that
rhythm
question
section
because
and
he
stuff
wants
like
to validate himself.
yeah,
I was
well,
sucking
I
in that
mean, I'm
direction.
right there with you, man. I mean, like I said, if it makes me feel good, I'm going to listen to it. You know.
Yeah.
But I'm usually by myself when I listen to that stuff, so I don't have to tell anybody.
Me too. I'm just dumb enough to admit it in public.
I'm not embarrassed by it or nothing. It's just like I just feel like if I don't have to share it, I don't know. So, you know, I just crank it up and get in the room and do what I got to do. So,
Right on.
No,
somebody walks in, I switch it over to Black Sabbath.
Yeah. You go from Queen of Hearts to listening to Volume 4. I get it.
Hey, man, you know, everybody loves ABBA too, right? So,
Hey, ABBA had some great stuff.
I mean, look, the other day I was listening to Dreamboat Annie, so I mean, I love Heart.
That's
so,
a good
I mean,
album.
Dreamboat Annie's a great record.
Yeah.
Great record. So, I mean, you know, like I said earlier, I got in a big, I love the Sheryl Crow record with, you know, what is that? It was Every Day's a Winding Road, whatever record.
Sheryl Crow, yeah.
Man, listen to that record back to back to back to back to back, and I love it. So I like good songwriters, you know. I get in the mood and I'll start, I mean, I'll listen to Eagles, you know, but I try to switch it up a little bit. Oh, I'll tell you a record I really love, man. If you haven't heard it, you got to hear it. You got to check it out.
What's that?
I would have never listened to this. And years went by before I did. Every song on this record, I'm going to tell you, is good from top to bottom. And that is Steven Tyler's record he did in Nashville.
The country record.
Oh, my God. Dude.
Really?
Great record. I mean, it is a great record. Lyrically, emotionally. So, you know what? If somebody, what's my go-to record? I love that record. It puts me in every good mood, and it's emotionally unbelievable. The
I
epitome
still have to
of
give it a
great
shot. I haven't
songwriting.
really listened to it.
You should, because I was the same way. I was like, yeah, you know, I don't even want to hear it. Because I'm a back in the saddle guy, Toys in the
Right,
Attic,
yeah.
Logs, I'm that guy.
Great
Man, I
song.
listen to this record, and I got to tell you, man, I was blown away, man. There's some
shit.
beautiful songs, and it's just a good mood record. And yeah, it's on my playlist actually. So
Wow.
you got to check it out. So,
I'm the same way. I thought Steven Tyler country album, no thanks, and never even listened to it.
Yeah.
well, yeah, I see. Can't do country. Sorry, not country. Well, I'm not. You know, the thing is, you know, I got a lot of friends of mine that are like they were rockers, and then all of a sudden one day they were like, you know, I'm gonna stay in the game. You know, I'm gonna start playing country.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
And I had some people ask me, dude, you should play country. You go to Nashville. But I was like, no, dude. I said, look, man, people that are not stupid, you know, and they can see through it. You can sing a country song, but if you're not country, it's not coming from within.
Yeah.
You're just plastic, man. You're trying to write to try to get a hit, to try to make a little bit of money. And at the end of the day, yeah, you might get lucky, but your reputation will be shit, you know. So I would never go country, just even though I'll listen to it here and there, but I'm a rock and roller, dude. That's who I am. That's what I am. And that's what I'll always be. So I respect the people that listen to music. I respect the fact that they know. You know, if somebody doesn't like something I do, I wouldn't get mad at them because I like the fact that they have an opinion.
Yeah,
And then they even gave it a time to listen. You know, yeah, everybody's entitled to opinion. You know, not everybody's going to like what you do.
Right.
You know, it actually, if somebody doesn't like something I do, which sure there's a lot of people that don't, that's the only thing that I really hear inside of me. So it drives me to do something better the next time. So, you know, not that I'm trying to please everybody, but it's, you know, as a musician, you want somebody to love your song. You write a song as a songwriter, it's so close to you. If somebody loves it, you're like, if you see somebody singing it in the crowd, you're like, whoa, that's great. You see somebody that don't care for it, you can't let it drag you down. It used to drag me down. I just ruined my life, you know. But now it's like, that's cool. That's cool. I don't like everything either.
Right.
But I might like the next record somebody does, but there's a lot of things that I don't care about. There's a lot of things out there right now that people are making crap loads of money that I think shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They sold their soul to the devil or something. I don't know what they did, but I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of bands that I listen to from the 70s and stuff that are rolling over more than once. You know what I'm saying? So they're great.
Well, you didn't say music from the fifth dimension, but I will. But anyway, or music from another dimension, but I will.
Man, it's
music from the fifth dimension.
Music. I'm thinking of something else. Never mind.
Yeah, he's calling himself out again.
But you're essentially saying that we will not hear a Roxy Blue smooth jazz album, which no matter how much I hope for it.
No, man, not a smooth jazz. But you know what? It just depends. Like, you know, you got to think about this, okay? Never say never, because let's say that 20 years down the road, I'm still around, and maybe we just do some elevator music, you know, something like that.
It's the best elevator ever.
That's not really, but that's not where my head's at now, so I can't really tell you that.
I'm just giving you a hard time, Todd.
But hey,
whoever
man,
thought that Paul Stanley would be doing Motown?
Trying to put some stuff together like that and say, look, man, just take this song, man. I'd love to get on the elevator and, you know.
Just to screw around with people would be funny.
Oh, love's got a hold on me.
There you go.
You know,
trombones and everything.
Man, you got to be really good to play jazz, though.
Todd Poole's Soul Station. I'm ready to buy it.
There you go.
Yeah, you never know with me, though. You never know, man. Every day's a winding road. So,
you had mentioned that there was like some big news that you're sitting on that you can't share. Can you give us even a hint of what that big news is going to be? I'm friends with Brad Lee. It's okay.
Did Brad Lee say something? Because he said you were going to make some announcements.
Well, he said he was hoping that I would. Well, I know that. Well, I can tell you. No, man, I got a phone call tonight, and all I can say is that there's a 90 to 95% chance that it's a done deal, but I don't want to step there yet.
Well,
but I will say that this has nothing to do with Brad. But Brad, I know we got the Rock and Roll Harvest. Is that what it's called? Hard Rock Harvest Fest or something?
I think so, yeah.
In October. Be some cool bands in that. It's in Baltimore. That'll be cool. And Brad, they're working on some really cool shows for us, like around a bunch of places. So, man, I can't. As much as you know what, I'll contact y'all if it happens.
Can you at least say can you say it's touring related?
It's show related.
Okay.
Not touring that related. Much. It's show related. That's it. That's all I can say, man. Because I was hoping to get the nod tonight so I could announce it. But
we will spread the
word. If I got the nod, I'll let you know. No nod.
We'll spread the word far and wide once you do have it out.
Yeah.
Even if it's not on here.
Don't jinx yourself for us.
Oh, let me see if I got the nod, dude. Oh, I did get a text. Hang on, let's see.
This could be breaking news.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that'd be cool because we got 5 minutes left in the broadcast. So what do you
No,
got?
no breaking news, man. Man, I wish I could say something, but I can't say anything.
All right, that's okay.
It'll kill the whole thing, and I just.
I'll say right now, Roxy Blue is opening for Aerosmith next year.
I mean, if that's what you hope, I'm women.
I took a shot. You can't blame me.
It's it would be something that would be on my bucket list. So that's all I can say. I really shouldn't even have said anything, man. But they actually wanted to be able to. One of the people wanted to be able to say something tonight, so I could, because I told him I was going to be on the show tonight. It would be perfect, but it didn't happen. And by the time we started, so man, that's it. I can't. If I keep talking, y'all going to get it out of me, and it ain't going to happen.
Well, the truth is, they probably they saw some of the broadcasts and like, he's going to share the news with these 3 assholes. No,
oh man, this would be the perfect time. I got to tell you, man. I would love to be able to say it because I'd love to be able for it to be happening. But
well, if you need to come back next week for 10 minutes just to tell us, we can always work that out.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, just drop in for 10 minutes. Let us know what
the big
once he gives you the nod.
If we get the nod on this, I will contact you guys and I will slip in just to make the announcement.
Yeah,
there you go.
Very cool.
We'd love to break
It'll
it.
be a good one. And it'd be something you guys might be interested in. So,
well, in the meantime,
I don't mean to keep doing that to you.
Well, in the meantime, see
a little bit of gas on the fire. Yeah.
That's all good. But see Roxy Blue at ROCKNPOD in Nashville, August 7th at the Expo, and I'm gonna be performing acoustically. And Todd will probably be performing at the Rare Hair set the night before. Yeah. Gotta have you do a Van Halen song or something, but that's up to Tyson.
I'm up for whatever, dude. I'm always into a good jam.
All right, cool. But
nice.
He can jam out some of that good 70s stuff.
Oh yeah.
Todd's gonna do a Juice Newton song. I just heard.
Yeah, let's rock one up. I can't even. I don't even know what she sings.
Angel of the Morning.
I mean, I don't know.
Just call me Angel of the Morning, baby. Is that it?
Oh,
yeah.
Chris.
Your wife could do a really good job on that. I can tell you that. Because she's got a hell of a voice.
Hey,
but
let's
she
leave
won't.
wife's out of this. Come on.
I can't look at her. Hey, look, they want you to play in Juice. You're like, well, tell them I'm not coming to ROCKNPOD this year. Amy loves ROCKNPOD. She's so looking forward to coming. So we're gonna have a good time.
That's awesome. Well, she'll be one of the 6 females in attendance, so we appreciate it.
Yeah, we look forward to it every year, though, man. It's so much fun. It's just everybody there is great, man.
That's awesome. Well, we'll have
I'm
a
so
good time.
glad you're gonna be there, Ron. I'm honest with you. I've been praying for you like crazy. So.
Nice.
Thank you, man. But yep, I'm gonna be there, man. You bet.
It wouldn't be the same without you, brother. I promise you that. So.
I'm not gonna miss it.
And I'm like glad we got all this thing because Chris, I would never have recognized you, bro. I promise. I'm digging it though. I love it. So I would.
That'll be even longer by the time you see me again.
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah, I've been growing mine out just a little bit. So.
I got to get a headband. I feel really out of place.
Yeah,
right
no
now.
kidding. What's up with you guys?
Yeah, I've been outside doing stuff all day, so I thought I'd do something. Yeah, Ron saw me earlier. Trust me.
Your secret's safe with me, man.
Yeah.
Well, Todd, thank you so much. You're always a gentleman. We appreciate you coming on the show tonight.
Guys, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in August.
Yes.
Yes.
And man, hopefully I'll be able to call you this week and give you some cool news.
Yeah, let us know.
Right
We'd
on.
love to have the exclusive. That would be fun.
Pleasure talking to you guys, man. I had a blast. Thank you for having me on the show.
Pleasure's all ours.
Take care.
Thanks, Todd.
Todd
We'll
Poole,
see you
everybody.
soon.
See you in August, dude.
Rock and roll, baby.
See ya. All right.
Right
there you
on.
go.
Very
Right.
cool. Love that guy.
Yeah, I love him, man.
He even sang you some Angel of the Morning. I bet you love
My day is
that.
made now, man. Come
Yeah.
on. I got a stiffy and everything.
Now he knows what he's got to do to get on the main stage at ROCKNPOD, huh?
Yeah, just do some juice Newton for me. I can be bribed.
Yeah. All
All
right,
right.
guys.
We
Well,
gotta
this was
we gotta
awesome.
talk to Tyson and tell him you gotta find somebody get up there and sing "Angel of the Morning" just for Chris.
No, that's okay.
Maybe Ron can do
I
it.
love how this
And the
joke
whole
has
audience
perpetuated
can
itself.
join in.
This one's for you, Chris Sinzak.
I'll never live it down. All right, we're at 9:00. It's time to go, guys.
All right.
All
Well, there you
right,
have it.
guys.
Friday Night Live. Thank you guys for joining us, for commenting, for getting in on the conversation. Look forward to a new Decibel Geek podcast coming your way probably Monday, I'm thinking. And yeah, if you haven't got your tickets to ROCKNPOD yet, it's rocknpod.com. Come party with the three of us and Todd Poole and Dawn of the Rising and Kristen
Bunch of
And
Schimbeck.
hundreds more.
Right on.
Hundreds of your closest friends.
All right. Well, I guess that wraps up Friday Night Live, and we will see you next week.
See
All
ya.
right. Thank you, guys.
Take us out, Ron.